Hello, I continue reading, fighting to avoid one learning English. Let's go. Also, you lost, and if they don't, it's okay. It's still gonna talk right, and it's done.
And if they don't, it's okay. You still gotta talk, right?
Also, you lost be very best. It's done. It's okay. You still got not talk right, and if they don't, it's okay. You still gonna talk, right? And it's done, it's okay. You still gonna talk, right? And if they done, it's okay. You still gonna talk, right? And if they done, it's okay. You still gonna talk, right? Also, you got be very patient in learning. Patient, 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 patient.
Also, you gotta be very patient with English learners.
Also, but you very patient with English language. Also, what do you very patient with English language? Also, what also you got to be very patient with with English language. Also, you got to be very patient with English language.
Also, you gotta be very patient with English learners.
Also, you got to be very patient with English language. Also, you got to be very patient. Also, you got to be very patient in listening. Also, you got to be very patient with English learners. Also,
You gotta be very patient with English learners.
with English learners. Also, but also, you got to be very patient with English learner. Also, what do you think else? Also, you got to be very patient with English learners. Also, you got to be very patient with English learners. Also, you got to be very patient with English learners. Also, you got to be very patient with English learners. You are probably as a different state.
You are probably at a different state.
You know you. You know. Probably. You know you are probably as a different state. You know you are probably as different state. You know you are probably as a different state. You know you are probably as different state. You and you are you know you are probably as different state. You know you are probably at different state. You know probably at different state.
You know you're probably at a different stage.
You know you are probably at different state. You know
you're probably at a different stage.
You know you are probably probably at different state. Probably at different state. Okay, you are now you are more knowledge, more exposure.
Okay, you have more knowledge, more exposure.
Exposure.
Exposure. Okay, you have more knowledge, more exposure. Okay, you have more knowledge, more exposure. Okay, you have more knowledge. Okay, you have a knowledge. Okay, you have more knowledge, more exposure. Exposure. Okay, you have more knowledge, more exposure. Okay, you have more knowledge, more exposure. And you have a lot of vocabulary.
And you have a lot of vocabulary.
And you have a lot of vocabulary. And you have a lot. And you have a lot of vocabulary. 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 And you have a lot of vocabulary.
And you have a lot of vocabulary.
A lot of your vocabulary. As compared to someone who just had learning English. As compared to someone
who's just started learning English.
As compared to someone who just had learned. 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 As compared to someone who has learned. As compared to someone who just had 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 none. As compared to someone who just had none. As compared to someone who just had none.
As compared to someone who just started learning English.
As compared to someone who just had been learning English. As compared to someone who just had. As compared to someone who just had learning English. So you know that person would not be able to understand your vocabulary.
English. So you know, that person would not be able to understand your
So you know that person would not be able to understand your vocabulary. So you know that person would not be able to understand your vocabulary. So you know that person would not be able to understand your vocabulary. So you know that person would not be able to understand your vocabulary. So you know that person would not be able to understand your vocabulary. So you know that person would not be able to understand your vocabulary. So you know that person would not be able to understand your vocabulary.
So you know that person would not be able to understand your vocabulary. So you know that person would not be able to understand your vocabulary.
Able to understand your vocabulary. Oh, that person would not able to understand. Try to say.
vocabulary, or that person will not be able to understand what you're trying to say.
Or that person would not be able to understand what you're trying to say. Or that person would not be able to understand what you're trying to say. Or the person would not be able to understand what you're trying to say. Or that person would not be able to understand what you're trying to say. Or that person would not be able to understand what you're to say, what you're trying to say. Or that person would not be able to understand what you're trying to say. Or that person would not be able to understand what you're trying to say. Okay, I end here. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.